What's up guys, this is Ashnox. Today I have the showcase of Vildred. This hero is ridiculous. In terms of damage, he is the best RGB hero that you can build for cleaving. He has speed imprint for the team. He has attack percentage for himself. I have the speed on because it helps my team in champion arena versus meta teams. Man, the damage is just mind-blowing, guys. 331% crit damage. Over 4400 attack without the self-attack imprint, 153 speed. Portrait of the Saviors, he's got an exclusive equipment, 10% more damage on the skill number 3. We're going for the big numbers on the S3. You can get crit damage buff for the S2 if someone survives, right? I have him on the Rage crit set that I've been testing. The same set, exact same pieces on Bloodblade Karen. I've tried it on Arbiter Vildred and Faithless Lidica. After her buff, the S2 deals more damage. So now it's the time to showcase Vildred. And let me tell you guys, this is the king for massive damage. If you're trying to cleave, if you have defense break, just on one target will be enough for him to trigger the passive, because that target is going to get deleted if you land a crit, right? I mean, even versus a fire hero like Hwoarang, you are getting 2 chances to land a crit versus her. Now I'm trying all these heroes to cleave. Look at the damage. Like, it's so high, guys. We're gonna be seeing it with Soul Burn, without Soul Burn, and just pointing it out. Like, look at how much health he has. Ridiculous that he survived the 2 attacks. So yeah, Vildred, definitely an OG, original gangster, guys. Like, he's been in the game since he got released, right? And I triple S'd him. You know, the speed imprint is super useful. I've done it on my 4th account first, but I had to do it on my 1st account, which is this one, my main account. And every bit of speed increase helps, especially in champion or higher rank, right? I mean, even on lower rank, you're trying to open versus the enemy. Like, look at these numbers. There's a knight there, Crow with Aureus, guys. Like, overkill damage, definitely. My gear is very good quality, right? I got the right stats. And Vildred, as you can see, the damage is super high, right? Like, you can have much lower stats. Another thing to point out is that his damage scales based on his speed. The more speed you have, it's a second multiplier working on top of the initial damage multiplier, and it will be increasing his damage. You got speed buff, 30% more speed. You got speed imprints in the team. All this stuff helps him to deal more damage, right? He downs target, he gets CR push from the passive per target. I believe it's 25% CR push per target that dies. I mean, you just like deal tremendous damage. He's a very good farmer as well in PvE content. You can bring him in all sorts of places, guys. Like Vildred, you can start a new account and still use Vildred. I mean, my go-to is Fire Charlotte because she's completely OP to clear the whole game. You can check the progression on my 5th account. Completely ridiculous the progression you're able to do with a Fire Charlotte that you can, you know, support with the rest of your team. But Vildred, man, I mean, you can bring him in PvE. He's gonna help you out in Banshee. He can help you in Asmodach Hunt. He can help you in Labyrinth. He can help you in, you know, Asmachalice, Normal Hell. He deals like so much damage. So much damage. And the morale teams, you can use like original heroes, free-to-play teams, you know, with Vildred if you get him from Selector. And you can get over 40 morale, guys. Like, Vildred is that good. And I mean, you can see the damage, right? Like, not everyone has this type of gear, but his speed imprint makes it that much easier. The tremendous damage he's able to output means like it's going to be easier for you to actually gear him compared to maybe another cleaver. Not everyone has Bloodblade Karen, right? So you gotta keep that in mind. Bloodblade Karen is the queen. She deals the most damage the lower her health goes to. But the thing is, Vildred, if you consider his passive, his second attack, all that damage together adds up, and he might actually deal more damage than Bloodblade Karen in a lot of cases. Let's say Bloodblade Karen doesn't take damage, her attack defense, you know, speed multiplier doesn't kick in. She sacrifices 20% of her max health when she uses skill 3, but I believe the multipliers are, it's every 20% or every 25% of her health thing is, Vildred has disadvantage versus fire, so that's one big thing that you have to worry about. Like I said, you got 2 chances to attack fire because you're gonna be downing someone on their team if you land Defense Break, right? And then you're gonna be able to just get the passive to trigger, and he's gonna get a tag buff from the passive as well, if you didn't get a tag buff on him before when he used the skill number 3. Now, if you're going to be relying on the skill number 2 to deal the bulk of the damage, maybe you want to go with the exclusive equipment that actually gives him critical hit damage buff. Considering, like, let's say you have under 300% crit damage, because you don't want to go with 350% crit damage with that EE, because you're going to go over 350. That is the cap. The only way to go above that is with a crit damage increasing artifact. So Vildred, what I really like about this hero is the sheer amount of damage he deals. Of course, the speed imprint allows me to sometimes not bring Shuri, or making sure that the enemy will not be able to open between my Ran and Auxiliary Lot. Now, there are so many different team compositions that you can be running for cleaving, but if you're trying to land Defense Break, guys, it's about bringing a hero that will remove the immunity off of the enemy, right? Like, you don't have to bring a Ran, you could be bringing a Peyra, you can be bringing your favorite hero to remove immunity off of the enemy team. I mean, it could be Ceres, could be Benevolent Roman, it could be Angel of Light Angelica, there's a ton of them, right? But I like to use Ran because 129 base speed, Peyra 128 base speed, those are heroes that are great to open with. Now you can follow up with a Challenger Domino. She's gonna get push if you have crit chance main stat necklace, if you have good crit chance on the opener, and then she's gonna be able to push your whole team. Then you can follow up with maybe Flan, right? Flan giving a tag buff and giving critical hit damage buff for your cleaver. It could be Vildred, could be another cleaver, and then you're gonna get 50% crit damage increase. That's huge. You're gonna be getting crit chance buff from Challenger Domino. So that means it's that much easier to actually gear that cleaver out. Like, you don't even need to worry about getting much crit chance at all. With her imprint, that means you just need to gear for 37% crit chance on your cleaver, right? And 300% crit damage, because you have Flan given crit damage buff. And then adding as well attack percentage imprint, maybe adding Warhorn in the team. Like, all this stuff will allow you to deal insane amount of damage, and you don't even need the craziest of gear like I have. I'm just trying to showcase you what it looks like, and I still have to face champion players using meta heroes, right? Like, I'm not in Gold League here. Like, it's champion, you can see it says unknown opponent, right? And you're just going to be able to deal similar numbers without having this type of gear. Of course, you need to run like a rage set if you want to see numbers like this, because it's 30% more damage if you have a debuff on the target. But as you can see, I'm not landing my debuff all the time on these targets, right? With a Vildred, you just need to land like a Defense Break, maybe a debuff here and there. But as long as you got a Defense Break on someone and it's not a fire hero, that hero is going down, which means it's going to trigger his passive. He's going to be dealing a total amount of damage that is completely ridiculous, which is better than every cleaver in the game, maybe even Bloodblade Karen in a lot of scenarios. So yeah, let us know what you guys think about Vildred in 2022 in the comments section. That's it for this one. I'm Ashnok. Good luck with all y'all do. Peace out for now.